morning, everybody. Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to another video. I forgot my stand at my apartment, so if this is a little shaky, I'm so sorry. Today, we're going to be talking about clothes, specifically where you donate your clothes. A lot of people like to go to Goodwill and donate their clothes there, but there are several reasons why you shouldn't. When you're like picking apples, for example, or you're picking up an apple to eat and you're trying to avoid all the rotten ones, well, that's kind of probably what like Goodwill is kind of like. And Goodwill also avoids new and packaged clothes or clothes that are like too new. I don't know why, but if you look it up, that's just how it is. But Goodwill has like a lot of specific standards and maybe things with like small rips or small holes if things are too new, etc. cannot be sold. And a lot of those clothes actually end up in the landfill, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But guess what? There are several other places where you can donate these clothes. Because also keep in mind, I'm sure Goodwill also gets rid of specific types of clothes when they have too many of the same clothes. But today we're going to be talking about where to donate your clothes that is not Goodwill and not for profit, because that's really important. Okay, so the very first place I'm going to mention is, it kind of just depends on where you live and kind of just depends on what the regulations are. But mental hospitals is definitely one. I went to one before. I'm pretty open about it. And sometimes some of the people in the mental hospital weren't really coming from a good place. They could have been coming from like abusive households or didn't have a lot of money, etc. And so at the mental hospital, you're able to bring your own clothes in, but some like to neglect others, those people that are in the hospital or they're unaware, etc., and they just don't have clothes. So if you have clothes that are like maybe like long sleeves but they don't have like offensive things on them, like sweaters, stuff without hoods or strings, etc., definitely recommend bringing it to a mental hospital, but also make sure that those all kind of fit the guidelines, and maybe you can contact the mental hospital beforehand and be like, hey, do you guys take donations? Also, some mental hospitals allow games such as like puzzles. In our mental hospital, we had the game What Do You Meme, and that was pretty fun. So see if you have any games, see if they'll take that too. But everyone But yeah, so that's a pretty good place. I highly recommend it, along with hospitals in general. Definitely look into see if any hospitals are taking things. Just pretty much for the same reason. Number 2, I live in the Midwest, and in Illinois they have something called Queering the Binary Foundation, and it was also originally called the Out of Closet, but they changed their name. And basically around different parts of Illinois, they have different like boxes, and you can fill it with clothes, makeup products, maybe like packers, etc., binders, etc., just stuff that could help out the trans community. Although I am not trans, I wanted to donate my clothes there so then I could be helping out somebody who is trans, who might not have a lot of money, and it means so much to me that like a trans person could be getting my clothes and having gender euphoria and all those things. But they seem to have like little pop-ups everywhere, like they have this organization kind of hosts like trades, little pop-up shops where stuff is free, they take donations, They seem to be doing like GoFundMe's as well. So I highly recommend checking out Queering the Binary. And if you live in the Midwest, I highly recommend seeing if you can donate to there, because we gotta help out our trans friends. You know, we gotta help them out. Number 3 is a Buy Nothing group. So a Buy Nothing group, you can find them on Facebook. It's a group where people put up stuff for free. Like, so say you're like, hey, so I have this woman's shirt. It's a size medium and I don't want it anymore. And somebody could pick it up and be like, thank you for this shirt. So it's just like a community where you can help out other people and stuff like that. Or maybe you could even like rent clothes, etc. and stuff for free. Like for free? Like, are you kidding me? But yeah, definitely do a Buy Nothing group and see if like people want your toys, clothing, etc. But I know every like town has them, so just check it out on Facebook. Last but not least, see if homeless shelters take used clothes. Some don't, but say you have some gloves you don't want anymore, maybe like a coat you don't want anymore. If you're strolling down the streets and you see somebody who is homeless, you can be like, hey, do you want this? And then if they're like, sure, then sure. I've never done that before personally, but it just sounds like a good idea, you know. But I know like a lot of churches and stuff like that also have donation boxes for clothes. And those clothes go to like a thrift store to help fund homeless shelters. So I know that's a thing too, which is a little bit better than Goodwill. But yeah, so I hope you liked this mini video of me talking about different things. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday season. Bye bye!